Want to grow your business and take it to the next level? Well, here we all are, and we are going to show you how through hard work, perseverance, and a little help and know-how, you can take things to the next level and push the success of your business even further. Let's get going.
Welcome everyone, Paul Wright here, and the next episode of the Practiceology podcast, where we teach you the science of running a highly successful and profitable allied health business that works without you, all in 7 minutes or less. And trying to keep Russ Rosen to 7 minutes will be a challenge. But Russ, thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Absolutely happy to be here. And I had emailed you saying 7 minutes, man, that's a big deal. I can do 7 hours, but 7 minutes, man, that's a difficult thing. So we'll see if we can pull that off.
We'll see how we go. And I'll do I've been a fan of Russ for a long time, and I've been stalking him on the internet. I know everything about Russ Rosen. I'm one of those guys lurking in the corner. So I'm stoked to have him here today. So I'll give you the formal introduction. Russ has been the CEO of the Optimal Health Coaching System since the year 2000, where he's helped hundreds of doctors and natural health practitioners thrive in a true optimal health model. He's led over 30,000 coaching sessions. That's right, 30,000 coaching sessions, spoken at 60 live events worldwide, and is the proud recipient of the CLA and CWA Lifetime Achievement Award for his patient care versus patient scare optimum health and wellness communication system. And gee, I love that name. That's a great name. He believes the secret to effortless and organic practice growth is building rock solid certainty and mastering your messaging. Using the neuroscience of communication system, Russ teaches natural health and wellness providers to ask the right questions in the right order to get true value and follow through with your recommendations. So that's a little bit about Russ Rosen, which is why I've got to listen to this 7 minutes. But can we do it all in 7 minutes, Russ? Let's see how we go.
We're going to find out.
All right, Russ.
That didn't count to
No, that didn't count. No, no, it didn't count. Who is your ideal client, Russ?
Hey, it's somebody it's a natural healthcare provider who wants to help their patients get healthy and stay healthy and have the best life possible. It's not someone who wants to help their patients just get out of pain. And I have no problems with that. It's just not my main focus. And it's also people who want to not just have a great practice, but a great life. So you want to help people get healthy, stay healthy, have the best life possible. And you also want a wonderful life.
Question 2. So what's the problem you solve, Russ? What do you solve for these guys?
It's for people who want to run an optimal health practice. You want your patients to stay, pay, and refer for a lifetime because they get what you do and they want what you offer. It's not about manipulating people or using scare or fear. So we need congruent systems. And in our systems, I'm always looking at 2 things, headspace and procedures. Imagine someone said to me, and they do all the time, I want to get referrals. And I go, cool, here's the procedure, ask these 3 questions, and they do it. And it doesn't work because their headspace is, I'm a doctor, I shouldn't have to ask for referrals. So we need to get headspace and procedure. If we do it and we can get our patients to get what we do so they want what I offer, they stay, pay, and refer for a lifetime.
So typical symptoms, with about 5.5 minutes left, Russ, typical symptoms people experience when they don't have an optimal practice.
Yeah, you know what? I'm great at what I do. I'm probably better than most, but I'm not thriving. I'm not doing well. I'm not making the money I want to make. I can't charge the fees that I want to charge. I spend, whatever amount of time I spend. Some spend more than the average person, but they're not getting paid for what they do. You might feel stressed. You might feel burnt out. You may have tried other programs where you feel like a square peg in a round hole. And those are classic symptoms. But in general, I'm not thriving the way that I would like to thrive.
Okay. So question 4. So what are the mistakes then, Russ, that you've seen health professionals make when they try and create this optimal practice? What do they do wrong?
What they do wrong is, number one, they try to, be a square peg in a round hole. They try different practice management companies and different things, different techniques that aren't it's not in their spirit. It's not who they are and what they really want to do. So they get frustrated. They're trying all these things to grow the practice, but they're not doing it in the model in which they would want to do. They're not being themselves. They're not being their authentic self. So they might use scare tactics or change their technique, or I'm going to try a high volume or a low volume or something like that. But in essence, they're not in their truth. And then they don't get their head in the right place and they don't have the right procedures to create what it is that they want. It's usually those two things.
So I hear it, following someone else's model that doesn't fit with them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So question 5 with about 4 minutes left. So what's a valuable free action? What can our listeners do to address this for themselves? What do they do?
Here's the deal. Because like I said, 7 or 28 or 50 hours I got, 7 is difficult. If you go to theohcsystem.com/practiceology. So theohcsystem.com practiceology /practiceology. I've given you 2 different things. One, it's the importance of certainty. It's a module in my learning center that I sell for $400, and you get 30-day access to it. And what it will do is help you get clear about who you are and what you do, why you do what you do, and why you don't do certain things. Now, most people, when they hear this, think, I don't need that. I know who I am and what I do. I promise you, I've had thousands of people go through this. If you go through this, you will find great value. Think of a black belt and a white belt hitting a brick. White belt breaks their hand, black belt breaks the brick. When we know who we are and what we do, and we're completely congruent with that, which most of us aren't, then all we have to learn is how to do it. I've clarified what it is that I do and who I am. Now I have to go out and learn how to do it. So the second question you're going to ask, or the next question, is what else am I giving them? And that is, there's the importance of certainty, 30-day. Please go there, send me emails, I'll respond and help you. And the second one is an 86-minute webinar on the neuroscience of communications. How do we get our patients to get what we do so they want what we offer? And here's a hint. It's not lecturing them. It's not telling them. It's understanding the neuroscience of communications. Reptilian brain filters 94 to 98% of all information. When you're having a conversation with somebody, on average, they hear about 25%. The question is, what would you like them to hear? It's 100%. Can you get them to get 100% of what it is you're trying to communicate? The answer is yes, but you cannot speak from your neocortex to their neocortex. In other words, you can't try to educate them. You have to learn to speak from your neocortex to their reptilian brain, which will stop filtering the information, send it to the neocortex for thinking, reasoning, and problem solving. It'll drop it into the limbic system as a new belief system.
And what was, so on that page, Russ, they will get both of those resources. Where do they go again? What's the URL?
Yeah, the ohcsystem.com /practiceology.
Brilliant. And we've got about a minute left. You've timed it beautifully. What's the one question, Russ, that I should have asked you that would give great value to our audience today?
Here it is, baby. And these are great questions. I emailed you about this. I'm so impressed with what you've done.
I love being baby. Hey, baby.
Here we go. The deal is that what makes me so different, and here's what makes me so different. My superpower is helping you be the best that you can be. I promise you this. You will never, ever be as good at being me as I am, period. And I'll never be as good at you as being you are. So my superpower is helping meet you where you're at, go through the important certainty, clarify who you are, the kind of practice you want to run, and then allowing me to pull the best out of you, hold you capable, hold you accountable, to bring the very best out of you. And that's always dealing with headspace and procedures. And I think of them as a coin. So is the coin heads or tails? It's both. And that's what we need to work on to help bring the best out of you, regardless if you're a chiropractor, naturopath, physio, physical therapist, medical, it doesn't matter. We want to get you being your best so you can have the practice and life of your dreams.
I love it. How's that spot on, Russ? You've nailed it.
Make it.
Mate, it was right on the money. So give me the URL again and just quickly. So the URL was?
The ohcsystem.com /practiceology.
And they'll get the module plus the webinar.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Both of
guys, I'm telling you, do it. I've been following this guy for a long time and he is the real deal. So I'd suggest you get on it. Check out what he's got going on. I'm a massive fan. He's certainly worth following. Russ, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's an honor after everything I've followed for you over the years, mate. Great to have you on the program.
Thank you, my brother. It was fantastic to really finally get to meet you. And thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
I loved it. Now, if you haven't registered for and watched our monthly Practiceology webinar demonstration, head to mypracticeology.com And if you're going to have a chat to me about whether you're a good fit for Practiceology, again, check out mypracticeology.com. See you in the next episode.